I'm Big Bob.
What happens when you take a true Texan and send him to Hollywood to make his mark in the limelight? We're about to find out, because a Texas boy can't stay gone long. This is the podcast where two totally different worlds collide. Welcome to TEXASWOOD, where two entertaining fellow Texans, Randall Reeder and Bryan Promo Miller, get together with friends and surprise guests as often as possible to cuss and discuss. You'll experience the world from their Hollywood, yet very Texan point of view. Hollywood and Texas. If you ain't been to neither, then you gotta tune in. And if you've been to both, well, you may understand. It's time for TEXASWOOD. Let's see what the boys are up to this week.
Finally have blue skies.
Yeah.
Great weather. I see that you're dressed for the spring already.
You know, I looked at the weather and I was like, I'm going to be hopeful, and I'm just going to dress like I'm in California.
Well, I don't know about you looking like you're from California.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to do a wardrobe change.
Uh-oh. It's not a wardrobe malfunction, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look
Rico,
at you.
Rico just happens to be the national, I guess international, really, president.
International president.
Of the Thin Blue Line Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club, where I am a member.
That's correct.
And
awesome.
that's not why we have you on the show, but, you know, it helps me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thankful for the invitation and for having my members out here. I got some real good folks out here that wanted to be here to not only support the Thin Blue Line LEMC Nation, but also wanted to support their chapter, which is Trinity Bay, which you're a member of.
I am. Actually, I'm one of the founders of the Trinity Bay chapter. How many chapters do we have now?
38.
38 chapters.
38 chapters in the continental United States, and also 2 in Hawaii, in Honolulu, and 2 in Australia.
Yeah. That's crazy. In fact, the president of my chapter is here, Mayhem, and he and our vice president, Houdini, and another one of our members, Coconut. Yeah, we don't have none of us have real names.
Right.
So they actually last year went to Australia and did the wall-to-wall ride.
That's right.
With our Australia chapters.
That's correct.
And they had a great time. They flew over there first class. Oh, shh. He said, shh.
Yeah. Well, it didn't come out of chapter fund.
No.
Right.
No. Yeah. Wait. It didn't? No. But
it had extra miles.
Yeah.
From Discovery Card.
Okay.
Not Discover Card, the Discovery Card.
I just wonder how it is to ride a motorcycle on the opposite side.
In the southern hemisphere.
Now, wait a minute. You've never been so inebriated that you rode on the opposite side of the...
I respectfully decline to answer that question, for it might incriminate me.
You plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
So you're the national president of Thin Blue Line Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club, but you're also retired Houston Police Department.
I did 35 years with HPD. Very blessed. And because of that, I feel that it is my duty, my job, to continue to do God's work.
Amen.
I survived this nasty business out there that people really don't understand what we see and what we do, and have to make split second decisions. and then we are crucified because of what they perceive to be wrongdoing.
Right.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we tend to stick together.
Right.
You should.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, did you see? I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, when they ran Quan LX or whatever job guy is, when they ran him through that course.
Yes.
And and he ended up like shooting all kinds of bad guys. So because everybody thinks it's easy to make these split-second decisions.
Guys.
Oh, that's what I mean. My bad. Yeah. The wrong guys. He shot the wrong guys like so many times, and then he actually at the end he was like, "Wow,
he had no idea."
Yeah. He didn't even know what to say. And it's the only time I've seen him speechless.
Since that time, it's changed his perception of what we actually do, and the decisions that have to be made in just a split second.
Yeah.
People do not understand that all we want to do is finish our shift and go home to those who love us the most.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's all we want to do. If we don't see any kind of action, that's a good day for us.
Right.
We don't go out there and want to get in a car chase or want to confront armed suspects or gang members or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right.
We get called out, and we have to respond, because who else is going to respond? Who's going to do it?
Absolutely. And also the things that people don't really think about. I mean, the only thing that gets the airtime seems to be the fights or the violent situations. But I mean, just responding to, I've got friends and family in law enforcement, responding to, suicides and just all kinds of, domestic disputes and disturbances and just horrible things, child abuse. I don't know how I literally could not do what y'all do, because I would be a judge and jury. And we can't be that.
Nope.
So I appreciate that y'all can do that. But I mean, if I show up in some kids, been beat up by their father or something, it's going to be really hard for me to put an end to the guy, and I appreciate that y'all can follow the law that y'all enforce, and I applaud you for that.
It's
EK showed up.
Yeah, EK, and you spell it Y-QUE.
Yeah.
QUE.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing, brother?
Some of us have to work for a living.
Yeah. So you just got off duty?
I just got off duty.
Wow.
Went home and cleaned my toes up and came on out.
You cleaned your toes up?
My toes.
You clean your toes up?
Yes.
I don't want to know what you were doing today.
But you ain't even wearing flip-flops. I didn't clean my toes, and I'm wearing flippies.
That's why I cleaned my toes. I'm not wearing flip-flops.
All right. But anyway,
Yeah.
EK means...
he's one of the founders.
One of the founders, but he had a nickname. It was what? Question mark.
Yeah.
So I thought about it, and I said, there's graffiti around Houston, and it says Y-QUE. EK. So what? So what are you going to do about it?
I like it.
Yeah. So that's what he is. So what? Or because people can't say it, they say YQ.
Right.
But then that takes them off in a different direction.
Do you don't want to ask me YQ? We'll be here for 3 days.
Yeah. So anyway, this is who he is. He's a sergeant with the Harris County Sheriff's Department.
Yes, sir.
And I've known him over 20 years. And he's just as handsome and as good looking as he ever was. I've never seen his toes though.
Yeah. I don't
They're evidently clean.
Now,
Right.
Very clean toes.
Now, EK, you're a nomad.
Correct.
With the club.
Yes.
Tell us what is entailed. I know because I'm here, and all of our chapters have nomads that sort of look after them. But tell us what you feel is the most important thing that you do as a nomad for the club.
Well, nomads, we are like the Supreme Court. Okay. What we do is we make decisions upon our bylaws and stuff and rules and regulations, or whatever the president brings to our attention that he wants us to investigate. Normally, a nomad is a wanderer, has no home, has really no jurisdiction from anywhere. He goes wherever he wants to freely. He's welcomed by all his members, different clubs and stuff of that nature.
That's
He,
amazing.
well, actually, the Nomads are the most senior members. They're just about all of them are founders.
Yeah.
They're the most senior members of the club. They're very well respected. They make decisions on our constitution and bylaws. That way, we try to create that so the national president, if I'm not here or somebody else takes my spot, doesn't get power hungry and is just going to impose his will.
And I've seen that happen with other
recently
other
or what?
clubs. No.
I was like, oh man, you just got yourself in trouble, brother.
I was with another law enforcement club before I joined Thin Blue Line, and our entire chapter, there were 10 of us at one time that we all patched over to Thin Blue Line. And,
Awesome.
yeah. And so, but I want to get it a little bit, we have a lot of fun. We're, I kind of
Legal fun.
Yeah, legal fun. now.
Legal, very legal fun.
I described this at one time. I said we're almost carnies on motorcycles because we go,
Cornies or carnies?
Carnies.
Oh, okay.
Carnival people.
Because I mean, I can see you being corny. I don't know. I mean,
I was thinking about his
YQ's
feet
pretty
right when you
cool,
said
man.
it.
He's pretty cool.
Maybe he had some horns or something. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, but so we do have a lot of fun. We do a lot of events. We raise a lot of money for different causes.
Yes.
And but we also, seems too often we have to mourn together.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, when y'all leave here today, you're going to a memorial for one of our ladies who just suddenly passed away in her sleep.
That's right. She was just 58 years old. She would walk into a place and always with a great big smile.
Oh, yeah. Hug everybody.
Yeah, and hugged everybody. You would have never thought someone that is so full of life would all of a sudden leave. But you know what? God had a different plan for her. And many of us have said this.
Amen.
How would you rather go? How would you rather go?
Right.
Filled with a disease and suffering, or go in your sleep,
Right.
and go meet your Lord.
Right.
I mean, if you look at it that way, I know
Sure.
it's a sad time, but we'll all see her again.
Yeah.
Boo wouldn't want us to be sad for her.
No,
She would be, don't mourn me, celebrate me.
Right.
And now on the flip side of that, this past summer, when we were all up in Bandera,
yes,
I'll remember it like it. I'll never forget it. In fact, we were having our chapter meeting at near our cabins, and Mayhem took a phone call, and he was just the look on his face, and we're like, what in the world?
it was July 18th, 2020. We were celebrating our 11th year anniversary in Bandera, Texas. It was beautiful blue skies. It was real hot that day. And our president of the Chicago chapter, GT was his nickname, Joe Paglia, retired officer out of Niles PD, which is just outside of Chicago, wanted to be the leader of this ride into our hill country.
Yeah.
Go up to Lakey and the Sisters Ride. And I'll never forget, he wanted to lead that ride. He wanted to show his members Texas.
Yeah.
And because he adopted our state. And
the state adopted him.
Yeah, the state adopted him, and he got up and he gave a speech about where he was going to take everybody, and it was just a joyful day,
Sure.
And we were all at the lake. We were making some tacos, and everybody was going to ride back and meet us there. We're going to smoke some cigars, jump in the water, and they were going to meet us there. So we didn't anticipate anything. We just sat down in the water when I received the phone call from the Houston chapter president, Slide, who said that we had a terrible accident.
Yeah.
And he couldn't keep his composure on the phone, and told us that we needed to get over there, and it was devastating.
Sure.
It was devastating. We get over there, and my members are in shocks. They're just devastated because our brothers are there in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And they had been run over by a guy that was trying to get a hit off a crack pipe, and looked down and just mowed them all down. He killed 3 of them.
I mean, it's very hard to talk about it because
Sure.
I remember that day myself. I was going around and checking the games to make sure we was getting ready to set up for our national meeting and everything else was going on. And they came up to my vehicle and told me what happened. And I thought I was in a dream. I mean, they say Wings gone. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they started explaining, and I started driving away. I started driving out to the lake where he was, and he had already left and found out. And it was very devastating. I stayed at the campgrounds, and we was trying to get our members together, try to get everybody composed.
Yeah.
Try to keep everybody there that we could, because there won't be no good down there or mess up the investigation that was going on. And it was
But you know that in a tragic time like that,
Yeah.
something very unique happened. There was a family right there at the house, right off the side of the road where this happened. They normally are at church at that hour, but on that day they didn't go because they had another function to go to. And this little boy, he was 12 years old.
Yeah, he was 12.
He was in the restroom brushing his teeth when he heard the crash and saw the accident, and our guys were on fire. Now, normally you would think that a 12-year-old kid like that would just probably cry or run away, but that little boy went and ran out there to try to put our guys out. And it was incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that willpower to run into the danger with a water hose trying to put him out. We've adopted that little boy.
Yeah. When we were up in Kerrville is when the club went up there, and we were at an event there filming for Save Savage Outdoors, and I actually left to go over there,
Right.
to celebrate that little boy.
Yeah.
And that was. But the Bible talks about that. I mean, that was an evil thing that didn't have to happen,
Oh.
but God has turned around and made it into a blessing,
Yes.
because I can't say that it was. If any of us could go back, we would change it.
Of course. There was nothing that our guys could do about it.
Yeah.
Of course, you had GT that was leading that ride, and Wings, which is he was a retired lieutenant colonel with the Army, and also retired Eastern Airlines pilot. He was real proud of the Chicago chapter because he actually brought him in Sturgis.
Yeah, I remember.
And yeah, that's a whole other story.
You can talk.
Yeah, he could talk. And so he loved being next to GT. And
Yeah.
and the ironic part is when we got there, they were both laying in the street about a foot apart.
Yeah.
And what better way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went through that, and we had a survivor, which was Kelly, the vice president. He was flown to San Antonio, and he died a couple of days later. He was supposed to be married in September to his longtime love, and he didn't survive.
Yeah.
So it's been a devastating year, 2020, not only for our country but us personally. The Jarhead Motorcycle Club that lost 7 up in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
They reached out to us because they felt our pain. As a matter of fact, I like to tell this story because we had a lot of people reach out to us, including the Red and Gold.
Yeah.
And I was, I was taken aback by that.
Yeah, they reached out to you, right, Bryan?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Nitro was actually the first person who called me that day.
Yeah.
To make sure that I was okay, and
Right.
you know, he at the time was the president of their Battleground chapter.
Yeah.
And and then he was also the same one who approached Pepe and the Galveston
Right,
chapter,
right.
Yeah.
and just said, you know, our heart hurts for you. We
Yeah.
you know, we don't wish that on anybody, and bought a round of drinks, and you know, and that's what I love about the motorcycle community is that you know, maybe we can fight amongst ourselves, but when it's important, we know how to stick together too.
Yeah, well,
Right.
and I think that because our profession has been under attack,
Sure.
And our officers are getting ambushed while they're sitting in patrol cars
Yeah.
from the West Coast up in L.A. up to
Sure.
New York
Right.
for no reason other than because we wear a badge.
Right.
And that's why we adopted the saying that sometimes there's justice and sometimes there's just us. Because that's why we have so many chapters that have reached out to us, because we're under attack. And even when our own administration or our leaders throw us under the bus, we only have each other to support
Yeah.
one another.
Right.
I quote you
Well,
often.
and the Patriots.
Yeah, I quote you often when people start talking about Austin. I always say, well, that ain't quite Texas.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, GT said, you know, I find it kind of funny that when I ask people where they're from, they don't say I'm from Houston. They don't say I'm from Austin or Dallas. They say I'm from Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that we take a great deal of pride in our state.
Right.
You know, this is a great state. We have great Americans here, and
Sure.
our history that reaches out to
Oh, yeah.
1836.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a wonderful ride.
I tell people all the time that I'm from the great nation of Texas.
Yeah.
You know, so I occasionally I email with Dan Patrick. We have some mutual friends and such, and I'll refer to him as Mr. Vice President. So at the email, I know he just chuckles at that, but.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so Texan myself, but you know, just what you guys do, and I love that just getting out, just getting out in the club, the club world. It's so interesting because the club world is just interesting anyway. But y'all, but you don't even, I was talking to someone earlier about it. One of your guys that there is a distinction sometimes between you guys and some of the other law enforcement clubs, and it's really interesting. I can see a difference.
Well, that's all of my guys and gals that are out here. They know what.
Because our leadership. It's because of our leadership.
If you look,
Because of our leadership.
That's it.
I've been waiting since the beginning for a long time, and that's why I'm here. Because of our leadership.
Yeah.
but
I'm
if
gonna
you
tell
look, if you look at our cuts, there's nothing but good on there.
Right.
We do not pretend to be one percenters. We
Right.
do not. We are law enforcement.
Right.
And we wear it on our sleeves. You will not see symbols of death on our cuts
Right.
because it's who we represent. On the back of our cuts is Saint Michael. He is the leader of God's army against evil.
Right.
Amen.
And this is the work that we do. We're supposed to make a difference. Yeah,
Right.
sometimes we make mistakes. We do. Sometimes we do, and we get crucified for it. And sometimes it's deservingly so. But the majority of the time that people are out there day in and day out doing this job, you don't hear that. It's only when somebody takes out their phone and just grabs 15 seconds of something bad that happens.
Yeah.
A lot of that is so propaganda. For one, I mean, you take like an incident. I mean, I don't know, however, a very small amount of people, die at the hands of a police officer in a year, in the midst of millions of interactions per day. It has to be millions of interactions per day. You know, so I mean, you're talking about. I mean, I can't even get my hamburger right. You know, without a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're expecting people to make life or death situations without ever breaking the egg. That's crazy. So I really get frustrated with that, and I'm sure y'all do. And
we do, because we get lumped into a category of racism,
right,
that we're not a part of.
Right.
I mean, take a look.
Yeah. That's funny when they say this racism. I'm like, I don't even understand what you're talking about. I mean, the police force is absolutely, I mean, all across the board. I mean, in Houston was the Sikh that was a big national.
He worked with EK and Mayhem.
You know,
actually.
I mean, it's like. It's not racist. Period. It's not an institutionally racist situation.
We're a
period.
family. We're a big family, no matter where you
right.
go.
Yeah. He and I both
and it's
know,
a slice of America.
Yeah. He and I both know this. We're both minorities.
Right.
You know, he's a nomad. I'm the national president. That we know who we represent, but people do not know us. If they just took the time to get to know us and know what we stand for, is that I was born and raised here in Houston. I'm the oldest of 5 sons, and they happen to be police. My dad worked for Harris County under Sheriff Buster Kern back in the day.
Wow.
He worked with Marvin Zindler.
Yeah, I was about to
when
say,
Marvin Zindler was a captain.
The Oilers with that blue color.
So, I mean, this is how far we go back. And he knows as well as I do that we were criticized by our own people because we are law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is our chosen profession.
Right.
And we love our job.
Well, and it's an honorable profession, too. You know, I mean, that's what...
It is.
Anyway, we need to take a break, but before we go, I just want to say that anybody that's watching it, I mean, it's not just law enforcement of the club. There are civilians in the club.
Yes, there are.
I love this club. I love y'all. Y'all have done nothing but treat me well, and you know, there's just such a bond there, especially riding motorcycles together. And if we can get Randall to live here full time, maybe we get a patch on his back. We never know.
Well,
he rode with the Soldiers for Christ, Soldiers for Jesus.
Soldiers for Jesus MC. Yeah,
he's already halfway in.
Yeah, I was patch holder. I had prospect 9 months to get to be a Soldier for Jesus. But they took it seriously. So absolutely.
As well they should.
Yeah, well, they should. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I look forward to whatever project you're working on.
Absolutely.
You know, seeing you in both Deadpools. I understand there's going to be a Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny.
I did not know that your choice of drink is a BJ.
Oh man, no, that's not my choice. That's some writer's choice.
Get the man a blowjob.
That's some writer's choice.
And then I learned today that it had whipped cream in it.
Yeah, it's got whipped cream in it. It's nasty, man.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Definitely
I think I'll pass
choice.
on that. Thank you.
Man, we love y'all and respect y'all. Thank y'all so much for what y'all do. And we, you know, just. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm in awe of what y'all do. Like I've got to say, I've got friends and family and that are in law enforcement. We believe in you guys. We support you guys, and come back.
Well, keep on supporting us. You see us out there. Don't break out your camera. If we're in trouble out there, stop and help us.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you, if you're in trouble, I'm going to stop and do whatever I got to do.
Believe me, we'll appreciate someone like you.
Amen.
If you were not sitting down on that chair, I mean, you'd be...
I'm going to tell you, none of that shit you see on TV would happen if I was there. I'd be right beside y'all.
It's funny.
Absolutely.
The first time you ever came out to I brought you out to one of our events or a meeting or whatever, first thing he did, he goes, Big Bad John.
That's back almost in Marvin Zindler days right there.
Oh, that was definitely Marvin Zindler.
It was definitely Marvin Zindler, guys. Well, man, we got to take a break and pay some bills. Thanks please come back, and we love you guys.
Well, come on out to one of our meetings sometime.
Absolutely.
Bring them out there, Brian.
All right.
I will.
All right.
I will.
Cool.
Landon, I look forward to it, man. They say you can write.
We got to buy him a scooter so he can ride.
He told me, he said his wife wouldn't let him ride.
Not a moped.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Can't be a moped.
No,
Got to be a big V twin.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that
American-made steel.
American made? All right.
Right.
Cool. We'll be right back with some more Texas wood.
Texas wood.
Hi, I'm Ryan Lopez with House on Lake Conroe, powered by Connect Realty. I'm here in Lake Conroe area where we're the #1 market in the United States because of our resort-style living, besides being right by Houston. And so if you're interested in buying a house with us, feel free to give me a call at 936-443-7189 or visit me at houseonlakeconroe.com.
Contáctanos House on Lake Conroe, que aquí hablamos tu idioma.
I'm Randall Reeder, and you need to come see my friend Bryan Lopez at House on Lake Conroe.
Nitro Cycles in Deer Park, Texas is your one-stop shop for your American V-twin. Sales, service, Harley-Davidson extended warranties, upgrades, customizations, and one-off builds. We do it all. You want speed? We build speed. Heart-stopping, badass speed. Gear? We've got you covered. Helmets, leathers, clothing, novelties. Have I forgotten anything? Stop by our showroom and service center at 9515 Spencer Highway in Deer Park or call us at 281-838-8045. That's 281-838-8045.
We are back.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. With Renee
Nelson.
the owner of this establishment, or at least like half owner.
Half
Cool.
owner,
Right.
general manager.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm a general paint. Oh, never mind.
because this is owned by like GNR. GNR, right?
Actually,
That's what Grandma said.
It's actually
GNR.
K&R. No, yeah. Sorry.
Rock and roll.
Oh.
So, how does one go about getting into the crazy frog business?
Okay, well, let me give you a little background. First of all, that was like a hard segment to follow, very emotional with that story. But
Well,
okay, so
we want to have something uplifting.
Yeah,
before
so
we-
we're gonna bring
we had to bring you to
yes,
cheer
right,
everybody
okay,
back
good.
up.
So, backstory is my mom, 23 years ago. Everybody's heard of The Princess and the Frog, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 23 years ago, she opened Crazy Frog. She said, "I'm tired of kissing frogs, and I want everybody to find their prince."
Right.
So she opened up Crazy Frogs.
Wow. Like a bar and.
Yeah, Crazy Frogs.
Okay. And how long ago?
23 years ago.
23 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she actually had 3 at one point.
Okay.
So unfortunately, she passed away last year. So I'm
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, but I'm carrying on her legacy.
You said this was going to be upbeat.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the first thing out, like.
But I'm carrying on her legacy. So
Amen.
I'm like, y'all come out to Crazy Frogs and find your prince.
Right.
That's our slogan.
This isn't your only location, though, now.
No, we so there's another location, Willowbrook.
Right.
Okay.
1960 Willowbrook area. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, ladies, I'm taken, but
Promo.
Bryan Promo Miller, he is, under that beard, he is a prince.
He is a prince. We
I'm
got one
telling
right
you.
here.
Yeah.
Real life prince.
I don't even remember what
So
I
that's
looked
how
like
you-
without
so-
the beard.
Exactly. So you started this. No, you took over.
So I took over. So my mom started 23 years ago.
Right.
And then I took over in 2019.
Right.
When
At this location?
Yes, at this location.
Okay.
So I'm the general manager here at this location. They have another manager at the Willowbrook location.
Okay, that's awesome. So how long have y'all been at this location?
So this location started out as, I think, Rascals, and she bought it from Rascals probably, I want to say, 14 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're off the beaten
ago.
path, obviously, right?
Right.
But it's like the best family friendly. Oh, okay, not family friendly, but we're all a family here, is what I
Okay.
should say.
Okay.
Like, you come in and you feel so welcome, so
Everybody knows
loved.
your name?
Everybody knows your name.
No.
It's a place
Yes.
where everybody knows your name.
I don't know that song, but yeah. Was that it?
Oh,
That's
are
from
you-
Cheers.
Is that an old joke? Or you
No,
saying I'm
no,
too
no, but
old?
I didn't think
you're
that-
too young to know that.
I was thinking that was a
Cheers
different
song?
version of it, though.
You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
He was just a little off tempo.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
So, it's kind of a family. You have a lot of regulars that come
That's
in.
exactly
I mean,
it,
I got here at like 1:30 and
Right.
the whole bar was full.
Yeah.
Right.
On a
yeah.
1:30 on a work day.
Yeah. Right.
So either people are skipping work and coming here. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's family. So when you come in here, you become, if you're not family, you become family within the first night that you're
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has
So
it always
we're
been a
family.
bar?
Are we family now?
You're family now.
And
You've
we're
been here.
family.
Good, because I need a kidney.
Has it? Has it all? I need a liver. Oh.
Well, yeah, I think you're in the wrong location, actually.
So has it always been a bar and grill, or did it start at a bar, or did you
It's
add
always
the food?
been a bar and grill.
Okay.
So, yeah. and
Because the
so
food's pretty solid.
food is solid.
Like
So-
I got here, I guess early enough to be early for the podcast, but late enough that by me not having had lunch, I went in and got something to eat, which, I'm sorry I left y'all to put all this stuff up together, but totally not planned that way. But yeah, I had this wrap.
What'd you
that
get?
Was
A wrap?
it was like a BMT shrimp wrap
Yeah.
or something. So it's
Yeah.
bacon, lettuce, tomato,
And shrimp?
And shrimp.
That
It's
sounds
shrimp, bro,
delicious.
blackened. Oh, it was
so
good.
No,
Oh,
so
my gosh.
Jose runs our kitchen. So it's Castro's Kitchen, and he is amazing. Like, if you like homemade beans, pinto beans,
Yeah.
like he's got a trophy for them. Like, really good. Like steak. So we have Thursday night steak
Gotta
nights
be good
down.
beans.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
There's a trophy for him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You hear that,
we're proud of
Aaron?
that.
My Costa Rican
Yeah.
camera guy, my producer, that extraordinaire.
Michi.
Michi. We're gonna bring you here for the beans, brother.
There you go. There you go. Hey, he's got
Yeah,
an award for
awards.
it. So yes. Beans, no
Really?
beans.
Beans,
we're,
no beans.
We're flexible with that.
Wild game, not wild game, or whatever. Like you don't
Whatever,
mind,
we're
right?
flexible, yeah.
So it could be gator chili for all you care, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, gator chili sucks. I've had it. It's horrible.
I've
So
never
does
had it.
rattlesnake chili.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had that
it's not
one-
good.
yeah.
Sounds
But you can pick the
interesting.
teeth with their rib bone.
What about frog chili? What about frog chili? Is that
Yeah,
good?
I don't know.
Frog
Frog
leg
tastes
chili.
like chicken, like a fishy chicken.
Yeah.
So that might actually be okay if you didn't put enough chili in there.
Yeah.
I loved frog legs growing up, and both my kids loved frog legs.
Right.
I guess he'll still eat them, but now I can't stand them.
Really?
I
Is
don't
it-
know why. It's like
Does it not taste like chicken anymore?
That's
No.
funny. I figured you would have grown into liking them,
No.
and not like them at first because of the
Exactly.
"Hello, my darling," "Hello, my honey," "Hello, my ragtop doll." Right? I love that. You
Oh,
know,
my
I
Lord.
wouldn't want to eat that guy, but then I did, totally did, because
Yeah.
I've been eating frog. My dad's been frog gigging since I was a wee little odd.
we used to get them at the Flying Dutchman over there.
Really?
Yeah.
In downtown?
No, the one that was in Kemah, where it was before the boardwalk was big and everything. It was down there.
Okay.
The Flying Dutchman, and we used to get frog legs there.
Wow.
In fact, that is why we would go there, was to get the frog legs.
That's
and then
interesting.
I didn't have them for about 15 years at least, and then I tried them. I'm like, this just
I've never, maybe I remember the Flying Dutchman. I don't think we ever went because we went to the Shrimp Hut where the Hooters is now.
Oh, yeah.
And that was our thing. What about you? Where are you from?
Okay, so all transparency, I've never had a frog leg, and I don't think I.
All right,
will.
Okay,
that's
mission.
That's something we'll have to remedy.
Yeah.
Well, come on, crazy frogs. You know, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't eat
No,
frog legs.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's not a cannibal thing. I
Yeah.
swear.
Eat the mascot.
No,
Eat
you
the
got to
mascot.
eat some crazy frog legs.
I gotta
Look, why
eat
don't
some.
y'all have some crazy frog leg night?
Or what about a crazy frog leg cook-off?
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
See,
That's our next event.
Dude, Promo should have came up with that. He'll claim it.
I was asleep.
We'll give him credit.
Absolutely. He'll promote it.
Renee.
So where are you from, though?
So I'm originally from Indiana.
Indiana?
Yes. So my mom was a single mom, moved us here when I was like 10. Single mom, started bartending, and then eventually, like I said, opened up her first bar, her second bar, her third bar. Yeah. So my mom was pretty damn amazing.
Hence the blonde hair and the white skin and the
yes.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was because she grew up inside bars and never got any sun.
No, man. I went to Indiana. I went to Indianapolis. I've been a couple times, but I went one year, and the first time I had been up there, and I was just, it was unbelievable. It was, and not in a bad way or a good way. It was just the whitest place I'd ever been. I swear. I stopped at the truck stops or whatever, and it was just, it was like everybody was blonde hair, and it was amazing. It was interesting, very interesting.
So we said my mom was like the original badass. She had a huge following, and finally she was like, you know what? I can start my own bar. So she did. The first one was at Willowbrook Crazy Frogs. And
but you sound fairly educated. I could be wrong, or you could be like Henry Ford, self-educated and read a lot of books and all that. But what did you like? Tell me, did you go to school and go to college?
Honestly, I was an esthetician, so I'm in the beauty field. For years, and I became a photographer.
Right.
And
so you're Henry Ford, self-educated.
There you go.
That's even more gangster.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
And so I went through a divorce. My first marriage ended in divorce, and I moved back to Houston. We were in Michigan. My mom threw me behind the bar. Like, had no idea how to bartend, what the hell I was doing.
Picked it up quick, though, didn't you?
Kinda.
Okay.
The first customer came in. He said, "Give me a Smirnoff Ice." And y'all remember when those were popular, right?
Right. And you did a Smirnoff on the rocks or something?
Exactly. You got it. Thing of ice, Smirnoff, slid it down the bar like I was
that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And then the whole bar laughed at me. And I was like, okay, well, that's okay.
And then somebody else said, "Give me a Bartlett and James," and you're like, "What is that? Is that a rum and a what?"
I'm like, "Did you want a Miller Lite?" I mean,
what happened to Bartles and James?
I don't know.
I didn't even know what
I'm
that
at
is.
Bartles.
I don't know. They probably got bought out by somebody. Miller Lite probably bought them out.
There you go.
Yeah.
But so I bartended until I met my husband now. My Prince Charming.
Your Prince Charming.
My Prince Charming.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
He's okay. He's okay. He's pretty good.
And that was last year?
17 years ago.
17 years ago.
And they've never, ever had a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a saint. He's
a
saint.
Saint Greg.
To put up with me.
Now, where's St. Greg from?
St. Greg is from Houston. He's
That's what I'm
Houstonian.
talking about.
Yeah.
H-Town.
Texan.
That's
True
why
Texan.
this one stuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Southern
he
charm.
got you here.
Yes. Yep.
You're like, screw Michigan. It's cold and they don't have Greg.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They may have a Greg, but not
the Greg.
Not the Greg.
Yeah.
Greg Nelson. That's right.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I hear rumor that we might be able to come up here and have our little Save Savage. Have you heard this, Brian? We were talking in the back.
Absolutely.
I heard a rumor about it, but I didn't know if it was
think
true.
we're going to come up here and do our Save Savage Sunday service here.
We would be honored to have y'all here.
Yeah,
yes.
that would be so cool.
That'd be so awesome.
The first Sunday we had it, about 20 people, pouring down rain.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And our original plan was to have it on the deck at Shot Bar there in Kemah, which would accommodate, because they're very small inside. But then after everybody got there and it started raining, like just pouring down rain, and so we had to move inside, and we had like 20 people in this small room. And I thought, well, okay. The next week, it grew.
Yeah.
And the next week it grew, and this last Sunday there were like 55 people there.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do in Galveston. By the time we get here, we're going to have like 1,800 people.
Yeah.
and probably gonna get you shut down by the fire marshal. But we won't call him. We won't call him. And if we do, we know some thin blue
I was going to say,
people.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I got, I think, Brady's number earlier. So we're good. Yeah.
Man, absolutely.
We're
Yeah.
good.
So
No, we would love to have y'all out. That'd be awesome.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And we're just taking Jesus back in the bar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I don't
Amen.
know if Jesus was ever in the bar, but Jesus was kind of everywhere. So
That's right.
whatever. We're taking Jesus to the bar.
I
Bringing
bet you-
Jesus to the bar.
That's right.
That's right.
And we're gonna do that at the Crazy Frog.
Yes.
And
Crazy
then we're
Frog's
gonna have
West Road.
And then I don't know. I'm telling you, we gotta have like a Crazy Frog cook-off or something.
So we start with church, and then we move into the Crazy Frog leg
Yeah.
cook-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do the Crazy Frog cook-off because I want to come win the Crazy Frog
Wait,
cook-off.
you want to enter, or you just want to eat the frog?
Oh, I might want to enter.
All
I'm just
right.
saying.
Okay.
You know,
I'll be
Fat
happy
Boy,
if-
if you cook a little bit, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm all for it. All for it.
So do y'all do crawfish during crawfish season?
We do.
All
That's
right.
coming up. So
Now you
next
got my
month.
attention.
Yeah, we got some good coverage.
What about barbecue cook-offs, things like that? Do y'all do that out here?
So we're thinking about doing an appetizer cook-off, a queso
Okay.
cook-off.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
different.
cook-off every weekend.
Yeah.
So you got to come up with 52 different cook-offs.
Cook-offs, yeah.
It'll be like we're having a curry cook-off
Curry cook-off.
and a sushi cook-off. Wait.
We're skipping the curry.
Wait,
No,
that's
yeah.
funny about sushi cook. Like a sushi chef. How do you call a sushi chef a chef? What? Because he cooks good rice? I mean, he didn't cook
Rolls it up,
nothing.
yeah.
Like he literally cut shit up and put it on rice and rolled it up. That's not really a sushi chef. That's not a chef,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
I mean, so we're definitely not doing
we're
a
cutting
sushi
that one. Yeah,
cook-off.
cutting the sushi.
Okay,
yeah.
so no cook-off.
We're about once a month. We'll figure out.
So
yes,
12.
12. We'll
Well,
cut it back
that's
to 12.
a little easier.
Yeah.
That's a little easier. Yeah, we can definitely. So, like a chimichanga cook-off. And so I don't know.
Gumbo, maybe a gumbo.
Beer, yeah, exactly.
Probably not a bean cook-off because they've already got the trophy for
Yeah,
it.
it just has no sense in even.
Well, we know who's
You're
going
not
to
gonna
win that.
compete with.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna win in this house.
Yeah. No, Jose would probably like that, but yeah. Would it be fair? I don't know.
No, he'll just be like slam dunk. What?
Exactly.
Go home.
Exactly.
He's like, no, not in my house, Vato.
That was
I love
racist.
it. Huh? Was that racist? Not in Texas. That is
Oh,
not racist.
well, it's not racist.
Because, it's funny. Earlier, when Rico was talking about being a minority, they were both being minorities. I'm like, but I thought Rico was Hispanic.
Yeah.
I'm like, that shit ain't right. That is not his minority in Texas.
No.
That's
Houston,
maybe
Texas.
like 80 years ago
Yeah.
that was minority.
That's true.
But I mean, no way, man. We love, it's Texas it's funny. I get, my liberal friends, they'll like, oh, you live in racist Texas. I'm like, you clearly never been to Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we're the least racist. We have more, even in Houston, I think there's more mosques than any other city in the United States.
Right.
I mean, Hispanics, all this stuff. My wife is whiter than you. I mean, she's Estonian, just 6 foot tall, blonde, and she's like, what are they talking about? Racist Texas? Have they ever been to Texas? I'm like, no, babe, they haven't, or they wouldn't call it racist.
Evidently, right? Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, all right, fine, whatever. So free holies are racist, I guess, according to Bryan.
No, you know
But,
what? It's not racist because Aaron wasn't here to tell us it
That's
was
right.
racist.
Aaron, Aaron, Michi.
Give you a bit background. Our producer that lives in Costa Rica is constantly calling us out on things that aren't really racist. But if he says it's racist, it's racist.
A little
True
sensitive.
story. Right now he's in Kuwait.
Yeah. Is he
There.
working on a movie or
Yeah, he's doing a movie over there.
doing a movie in
Crazy.
Kuwait?
So we lost him for a while. I'm sad. I'm sad. I have.
But
to
we
hire
have
other-
Patrick.
We got
Patrick.
Yeah, producer Patrick.
Yeah.
Lord Patrick.
That's it. That's
It's
it.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Thanks for having us out here.
Hey man, thanks for y'all coming out here. We love we love this. This was awesome.
Oh well, we'll do it again. I'm
Yeah.
sure. And definitely gonna come out here and bring some Jesus up in this bar. I
Yes.
mean, not that y'all don't already. I mean, you're praise leader, husband. I mean,
Hey, and I will tell you, our staff Christians. So this is a Christian bar.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You hire good people, and that.
Yeah, we got a great staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we love this place. We can't wait to come back. I had a great rap. Not like a rap, not like a rap. Like
I thought you were going to rap on us here.
No, definitely not. My son produces rap.
Oh, okay.
But I meant like a rap, like
rap. Yes,
yeah,
your shrimp wrap.
Shrimp, bacon, all that kind of stuff. I can't wait to have some other foods here.
It was vegan except for the shrimp and the bacon.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, y'all have to try the halibut. I know.
Just for the halibut?
Sorry,
halibut?
wait. Wrong.
Wait.
Salmon.
Wrong room.
Salmon. Okay. Wrong place.
Okay, for one.
The salmon on Thursdays.
For one, I love salmon. It's my favorite. It's I would almost move to Alaska just to eat salmon all the time.
Okay, so next Thursday, I'm buying you salmon.
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
Twist
next
his arm.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Twist
next
his arm.
Thursday, buying y'all salmon.
All right. Well, cool. What a great Texas Wood this has been. Even though you've never been to Hollywood, I don't hold that against you. I actually hold it for you.
I've actually been to Hollywood.
Oh, really?
I lived in Encino.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I lived in. I had my stints of California.
Encino. Remember Encino Man, the show with Brendan Fraser or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they told when people go, "Where's he from?" They would say Estonia. So like my wife is from Estonia. And it was just kind of funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Whatever. I mean, clearly it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny because you weren't in it.
Funny. Patrick? Can you add laughter at least where people think that was funny?
We got Amy in the background. Did that work?
Amy.
I love Amy.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool, y'all. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for having us here.
Thank you.
We will be back.
Awesome.
And thanks. Promo, thanks for finding this
Promo's
place,
the man. Yes.
This was all Rico's idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Connecting this stuff is nuts. I mean, the connections that went on out in the audience, behind the scenes, guys. I'm telling you, it's just straight up God. It's great.
Straight up God.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much.
You bet.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Well, thanks. Well, we'll see y'all next week on Texas Wood. And peace out. I love y'all.
Well, folks, that's it for now. Be sure to subscribe to keep up with all the happenings in Texas Wood. God bless, and see you next time.